6-year anniversary!
6-year anniversary of Wafflin podcast!
Why does this say happy...
Whoa! Theo stabbed me in the gullet! Why are you stabbing me? Whoa! What are you doing?
You believe in voodoo dolls?
100%.
Wait, what, have you experienced one?
I've seen it happen.
Have you actually?
Voodoo dolls are a genuinely real thing. In certain tribes around the world, it's just normal to cut about with your cock out every day.
Yeah, like, why do we feel insecure to, like, just have our cocks out?
Well, probably they have bigger cocks than us as well.
That's not the reason why.
You have to get into the character of something if you're an actor.
Okay,
So,
fine.
say you have to be a gay character.
Is this some kind of fetish?
No.
Is this what happened in Italy? You made Luke get on 4 knees and like...
4 knees?
Well... Just
What, Theo?
It's the 6-year anniversary!
6-year anniversary
So-
of Wafflin podcast!
Why does this say happy...
Whoa!
Straight.
Theo stabbed me in the gullet! Why are you stabbing me? Whoa! What are you doing? Bro, that's actually... Surely that's just...
Quite sadistic.
Wait, are we not going to be demonetized?
Why? For cutting a cake?
Stabbing a man in the face.
Mate, you can't be demonetized
That's
for
like
cutting a
voodoo
cake.
dolls. You know those dolls that exist where whatever you do to the doll happens to the person?
That's the one thing you've ever banged on about that I truly believe in.
What?
You believe in voodoo dolls?
100%.
I feel like...
Wait, what? Have you
when is-
experienced one?
I've seen it happen.
Have you actually?
On like, obviously on TV shows, but also in real life.
What?
The voodoo dolls are a genuinely real thing.
Where
and it's
where
not
were they from? You're making this
Well,
up.
it's Africa, isn't it?
Well, it's Africa.
Or
Why is that a controversial thing?
well,
You said it like you weren't allowed to say that.
well, I think it was Africa. Or it was somewhere in the world. I don't really know where. But they work not because of the like deep state stuff. It's because of no, genuinely, it's because the victim is subconsciously feeling the pain from the voodoo doll.
So I feel like I've just been stabbed in the gullet by Malfoy.
Yeah, do you see what I mean here? It's almost a kind of like hypnotism.
Yeah, but is it? Do you have to be there to witness it? Because I swear people will get voodoo dolls and they'll like say stuff to them to like curse someone like on the other side of the
Let me
world.
type this shit in, everyone.
I promise you it's real.
I know we're all really eager
this,
to know
ready?
if this is real. Ideology.
Oh, you can't speak? It's because I'm stabbing a knife through your mouth.
Oh,
Wait, what the fuck? Malfoy was doing that just as wait, maybe it's psychology. Wait!
You can't
Wait,
talk.
Wait, what the fuck?
Start rubbing
Ideology.
down here.
Wait, rub its cock. Rub its cock now. By the way, those that are those listening, we've got a cake. They won't even know.
yeah,
We've
shit.
got a cake that has us Wafflin boys on. It has our faces on, and it says "Happy 5th year anniversary," even though it's our 6th year anniversary.
Do you know what? If you want to see the cake, you're going to have to follow us on Instagram, where we will post a picture of the cake.
And also subscribe to us on YouTube because we're almost on 1 million subscribers, and we really would love to celebrate that with you. Because if we do, we're going to give you all £1 million.
And also, if we hit 1 million subscribers, this show will never end.
Yeah,
And Joe will be doing it for the next 7 years.
I will, and fuck! No, this is the voodoo doll ideology, Malfoy.
Told you, brother.
Are you ready? So, underlying beliefs and practices related to them centers around the idea of symbolic representation and the connection between the physical world and the spiritual realm.
Yeah, told you.
Basically, these dolls are not simply objects, but are seen as vessels that can be used to influence or interact with spirits, both for positive and negative purposes. So you believe in spirits, Malfoy?
No, I believe in voodoo dolls. Just because
Which are
your little
connected to
fucking...
spirits.
Yeah, but which are connected to spirits.
Your fake teddy, which would go off every now and again, is a toy from Toys R Us. It's a little bit different to an actual voodoo doll, which had a spell cast on it.
No. There's technically no difference because either way, your argument, let's say against the Ouija board, was it was man-made. How can this man-made thing connect with spirits? Well, how do you think a fucking voodoo doll's made?
I told you the voodoo... No, you got me all wrong here. The voodoo
No,
doll,
your
the voodoo
argument
doll
just
is
doesn't
not
make
necessarily...
sense.
The voodoo doll can literally be anything. It could be a fucking stick figure. As long as the victim thinks that voodoo doll is them, representing them, that's what it becomes. Does that make sense?
Really true. Can I ask you a question, Theo?
Bro?
What's it like being famous?
Ooh, that's deep.
Like on a level, like
I've actually got good
as
answers.
us YouTube fans watching this podcast right now, I'm actually wondering, like, hang on, Theo Baker just did work in McDonald's one day, living normal life, playing fucking cricket, And now he can't walk into Waitrose without getting stopped for a photo. And it does make me sit here and think, like, what is that actually like?
Well, man, let me cast you back to yesterday when I went swimming.
You got cake around your mouth.
I don't care.
He's just a kid.
No, but that's okay.
Not
Go
gonna
on.
lie.
What is it?
So I went swimming, and in between is about, I'd say, a 25-meter walkway from the entrance to the changing room.
Yeah.
Hear me out. No, hear me out here. But in that 25-meter space, took 4 photos.
What? You're not allowed cameras in swimming pool areas.
No, we're in the way. No, it's in like the.
You brought your
no,
camera
you're in
to
like
take
a,
photos.
No, it's in like
with
it's a
kiddies.
corridor.
Why do you want a photo with me, kid? Yeah.
No,
Like,
they
what?
took photos with me, and I thought, wow,
Yeah,
that's
like,
kind of
mate,
crazy.
Like, do you realize how unnaturally and mental that is? Like only like people like Jeebus or like
yeah,
like,
no, all them people who took photos of Jesus.
no, but the likes of like world leaders or the king would have that sort of treating to them.
Okay,
What do you call it?
No,
I
I've
don't
got
know,
two-
but I can't
two-
think because he stabbed me in the mouth. So
Mate,
what's it like,
points.
Theo?
Or 2 points, right? Number one, how the fuck would anyone know what Jesus looks like? So back in there, when he's walking, cutting around like Jerusalem and that, and he goes, "I'm Jesus." They're like, "Okay, mate,
You're missing the point, Theo.
you don't know what the hell he looks like,
I'm
dude.
asking
There's
you,
no
what's
social
it like
media."
to be treated like a king? Because back in the day, the only sort of people that would have enjoyed or experienced that are those that were very high up, and we're just bog standard working class men. So how does that feel?
Well, I like it and I don't like it. I've definitely grown to accept it more, which is slightly different. And let's not beat around the bush here. I'm no Sidemen member. I can still go out to Waitrose.
Yeah.
Obviously where I do my shopping, and it's absolutely fine. It doesn't bother me. There are certain scenarios where yes, it can bother me and get overwhelming. I'm sure you experience that a lot as well. But I
Has it changed your perception of humanity? Do you look at people that might be a fan and think, oh,
no, but you can definitely clock. You can definitely clock it, and I think
do you instantly get a pang of anxiety and then think, fuck, how can I hide my face? Basically, I was watching a Mashtag video, his Liverpool one, where he went to the Premier League final day and was looking to surprise an old timer, someone that maybe
old
had been on their
tart.
own, an old timer, like an old man that has followed Liverpool his whole life, and with a spare ticket, come watch the game with me. In the process of doing that and mingling with just the general public, he got stopped like 20 million times, and that is like the only ones that made it to the edit. Like, and it made me think like he was retaining such like oh yeah, it's all good, mate. But you could see how it was
Overwhelming.
an automated response that he was saying to people. Automated response, like, so fan, oh, that's all right, yeah, no worries, all right, yeah. And it's just like I was starting to see like where's Mashtag has been one of us, the normal people. I was wondering if his perception of humanity was slightly changing now, and he was starting to see people as more like, I don't know,
it's definitely
automated. I don't know. It just made me think.
You definitely do have like a numbness to it, I guess. Like how like in reality, like for someone to just come up to you in the street and say, "I know you," that's really weird. But it's sort of become just like the normal. So like it's weird that like someone just does know you. That's just not weird.
Do you like being famous, or if you had it your way, would you do what you do? Make videos, be a creator, and not be known or recognized by anyone in public.
Memulous.
I mean, is that what you would do?
Yeah, if you had the choice to
It's
be in the
interesting.
exact same position as you are now,
What I just said.
no, like
Just rephrasing it, but repeating it.
No, it's okay. It's okay. We didn't mean to be mean.
Because you
mate.
know how Memulous, obviously.
Yes.
We're
talking about you though.
Yeah, but he's a massive YouTuber, but no one knows who he is. So he
George.
doesn't reap the. Well, yeah, everyone knows his name, but you don't know what he looks like. Well, we know what he looks like, but they don't know what he looks like.
Okay, so what would you do if you had it your way?
It's hard because I'd like to say that no, I wouldn't like that. I'd like to just have the financial benefits and have a following and stuff without the fame that comes with it. When, by the way, we're not Justin Bieber here. We're a low-level UK
but
YouTuber.
we don't need to defend
but at the same
ourselves.
time,
You get recognised all the time, Theo. I've seen it.
but it can be like I pretend like I don't like it, and I don't think I do necessarily like it. But don't get me wrong, there's moments where, like in a football match, so all these people come to see you, and like then they've come to see you, and you score, and they celebrate you because they know who you are. As if they didn't know my face, they wouldn't celebrate as much. Does that make sense?
that's still there's a barrier. It's like they're in the crowd. You are the star, and they are in just mean punters.
I'd say there's more benefits to
I'm
negatives.
talking like day to day.
day to day.
Day to day. So, okay, they
day-to-day's
could see you and recognise you in the stadium, but I'm talking day to day. You go down fucking Weatherspoons Would you prefer it if people did not know who you were and didn't recognise you?
I think I would.
Yes or no?
I think I'd prefer it. Yes.
Doing a Luke Martin.
I think
here.
I'd prefer it. Yes, but I definitely learned to accept that it's okay. It's not that big of a deal. Like 2 years ago, when I couldn't even the thought of going somewhere to send me into like a spiral anxiety attack, and it happened like in the middle of a club. Like that was a bit intense. And like, have you seen the photo? Chip's background.
No.
He's just this. I'm having like a full-blown panic attack in the middle of this club. Everyone is like bombarding me, and this bloke like can see I'm just crying in the middle of the club. Can I get a picture? And it's just me like this,
I think that's it. I think
and I'm smiling with tears coming down my face.
what you see.
But
what about a guy like seeing you crying in the middle of a club, and he's like, "Can I take a photo?" I do feel sometimes, and I see this
they're drunk.
with you. No, but I think I think we briefly touched on it last week. But like sometimes you see people act in like very unsociable ways around famous people.
Yeah.
They panic.
Where the way in which they approach you can be that makes you feel uncomfortable. I'm sure if every encounter that you had with a fan, to some extent, because it's still abnormal, if every encounter was super wholesome and super polite, like you go and sit down at a bus stop, wouldn't happen because he wouldn't catch a bus. But let's say he sits at a bus stop and someone's just there next to him and they're just like, you know, like you have a conversation with someone at the bus.
I really like them moments. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're like,
really nice. I enjoy that.
by the way, I really like your videos. Like, you know, I love what you've done. I've watched you for years, and you're just there, just like, oh, great, really appreciate it. Like, and it was sort of like a wholesome interaction, rather than being, mate, we got chased into that fucking restaurant in Sirmione by someone.
Sirmione.
Yeah.
Where we were in Italy.
Yeah, and they ran in and was just like, Joe, I'll get a photo. Took the photo, and it's just like, I get it, because there are two ways to look at this as well. Like, I feel it's unfair to look at famous people and think you have to like that. You have to appreciate that this person's asking you for a photo because they've made you. To some extent, it's true. But at the same point, you've put yourself in that position and you've allowed yourself to get that big. A lot of people try it and not many people make it. I don't think you're then entitled or bound to enjoy every social interaction that you have with a fan. And to some extent, you shouldn't even have to entertain all of them.
Do you think there's 2 ways? There's 2 points I'd like to make. Firstly, you know when that happened to you in Lake Garda or whatever. Like, do you think like it actually like low key didn't actually bother you because you so cope to deal with that scenario now? It's like it's happened before, so now it's just like it's like almost like say the boys. It might have been that's so weird, but to you it's like yeah.
Yeah, no, you do become used to it. But
Numb to it.
But I do think it. I mean, it's definitely affected my how I feel just going out in public,
especially with loved ones.
You could be noticed or be perved on.
But do you think it's different when you're with other
that happens?
When you're with other YouTubers, especially YouTubers who are bigger than you? It's quite nice to like. It's sort of like you're a sheep, aren't you? You're hidden in plain sight almost.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say more like say that in the.
Oh, fuck!
I just banged a pop-up because it's our special birthday, and I
will
wanted
say
to
it's
surprise everyone.
Not the rainbow flag.
No, but that was what's beautiful about the Philippines. It's where like no one knows anything, and you're just a piece of shit to everyone. So it's like brilliant.
Yeah,
I can just fucking hang out.
Do you think so? I think as well, like recently, especially in the last year or so, I've made a lot of strides with, I think maybe I suffered a bit of imposter syndrome. So every time I'd go out, it'd be like, is it going to happen? Is it going to happen? Is someone going to recognize me? And it's like the panic probably stemmed from there. And now I'm more of the mindset where it sounds a bit of a cock kind of view, but I know it's going to happen. So you can sort of accept it. Yeah. And it's quite reassuring that it is what it is. Like 99% of people are so nice, but it's that 1% that makes you think, oh, this guy's going to be a dickhead. But literally pretty much everyone I meet is just so nice.
I think so true. Whenever like someone being sound is never going to be a bad thing. Yes. I think what can happen though is like the little 1% is the bit that your brain really holds on to.
100%, man.
And it can cloud the whole judgment. So
100%.
Let's just all be wholesome to each other and everyone 100%. Can get along.
That's why a lot of my encounters with fans are really nice. I mean, pretty much all of mine, because I think with you boys, people will see you and they will be starstruck. Like, you know, have
you ever had someone be starstruck to you? Like, oh my God, it's Luke Martin.
No, not like that. And that's why I think my encounters are really nice, because mine will be like, they don't feel that way because there's no reason to. Do you know what I mean? Like,
you're also so level on this show. So like, you're like a man of like honor and peace. I feel like people can like.
No, but I mean, for someone like you in particular, obviously, like people would have watched you when they were children, and you're on a completely different level of like stardom. So
Shut up.
no, but do you know what I mean? Where it's like
I'm not star.
you're genuinely famous. And
I'm like SpongeBob. You watch it when you're a kid, and then that's it.
Don't do that. That's such an injustice. That's such a pick me, man. Like, what are you
Whoa.
on about?
Oh,
Like,
that is a bit of a
like
pick
fucking
me.
cry me a river. Fucking
Okay,
hell.
okay.
You're still a big time fucking well-odd YouTuber.
Am I?
With one of the am I? Fuck off. Like, you got one of the biggest podcasts in the UK.
Is it?
Grow some fucking testicles.
All right, well, let me ask you this question that I was thinking about whilst not wanking. I wasn't wanking. I was in the shower by myself.
Yeah, finally. Shower
Ready? Can anything be normalised?
Yes.
Such as
Murder.
So what do you think? 'Cause basically, what I was getting at is if you're in a community where something is normalised, where it's the done thing.
Yep.
Then you think that thing is normal.
Mate.
And what I mean, cannibals, I guess, would think that. But it made me think: is there anything that could happen that couldn't become normalised if you were around it enough?
Mate, even the worst of the worst can become normalised in such horrific conditions. You look at I know it's a film, but hypothetically speaking, that film could come true. The Purge. That's normal.
What happens in that film?
It's like once a year, everything's illegal.
no, everything is legal.
Everything is
Like
legal.
that
so
day in Ireland one year when all the drugs became legal because they changed rules and did it a day accidentally too late. So there was one day where all like Mandy, bag, all of it was just legal and everyone just got fucked and it was just legal.
well, there you go. It became normalised
Anyways,
so quickly, but everyone starts murdering people. It's just like, yeah, it's a done thing. And like it, you know, in certain tribes around the world, it's just normal to cut about with your cock out every day. That's not normal in like.
Yeah, like why do
here.
we feel insecure to like just have our cocks out?
Well, probably they have bigger cocks than us as
No,
well.
no, because
That's not the reason why.
no, but it's like when you're a baby, you're not like, oh shit, don't show my knob. How many photos have you got taken of you with a hose pipe in the back garden with your knob
My
out?
arse.
No,
That is actually quite a common
like
photo
just
for children.
Yeah,
isn't it?
like hose pipe in hand, knob out, little paddling pool in the back garden.
Not that often.
Why?
Maybe I'm wearing a nappy in most
Everyone's
of them.
got a photo of that.
Yeah, I feel like that is a
But
common
why do you?
child
Why are you
photo.
at? You're sort of coming across as you like got quite a lot of them.
Yeah, but as in, anyways,
Plastered all
on
over
the
your mum's
normalised thing,
wall.
I just think like you could have like certain morals. You could have certain morals.
But
but
if
then,
you
like,
had
you
to-
do something enough and it
If
becomes.
you-
What's
if
Weller
had
going to
to-
bait himself into?
Well, if you could pick 3 things to legalise, what would they be?
No, not legalise it because that's different. We're talking about normalising things.
Yeah,
let's say
you're
it was.
thinking legal.
I know what he would legalise.
Weller's talking about
Age of consent.
No. Just, let me just outwardly say that in an actual podcast. That goes
He's
up.
got an actual reputation to maintain.
We'll bleep what I said there, but we all
We
know
don't
what
need,
I
we
said.
don't
We
need to
won't bleep
bleep
it.
anything. You've said it. We
Can't hide the truth.
Get you.
No,
for
that's
it.
worse.
No, it's not. But
There's something like a bit of
it's about
friendly
normalising
banter.
things, like normalising
Like,
different morals. Like
normalise
what? If,
wearing socks in bed.
let's
No.
Nazi Germany is one of
Whoa!
Whoa, brother, too far.
trigger.
No, say whatever the fuck you
No,
want.
Nazi Germany is one of the best examples of this because the Nazi Party or Hitler essentially conditioned a nation to think one way, blaming specific races or.
Who?
Well, I mean, obviously.
Deep state.
Well,
Wait, you telling me Hitler's the guy that you were referring to in the episode that never came out?
no,
He's
but
the head
obviously.
leader of the deep state.
Hitler, please don't do research on this. I'm not a fucking historian.
No, you are.
But,
I'll
like,
say it of chess.
We'll get Tom
Hit-
Fox on.
Hitler was not a big fan of the Jews. He believed that.
What makes you say that?
The
Obviously. No.
No, but there was people saying that he thought that because they wanted to rule the world, that's why like he was trying to get rid of them.
know-
there's a lot of
You
conspiracy.
know he was
theories.
actually like considered like mental.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And there's
Well,
videos
I-
of him
I wonder why.
like looking like he's on bag. Apparently
he's
he
on
did-
Mandy.
He did coke. He did Mandy all the
And
time.
ketamine.
What,
and
Hitler?
methamphetamines.
Methamphetamine.
Oh, so he was just banging out drugs. I wonder
not-
how many drugs are like big. You know what's it called? You know, like all the bankers
Mate, you've
are
not
on
seen-
bag all the time.
Yeah, you not see Keir Starmer and the French guy
What, so
doing
you-
cocaine.
Mate, that is, I think that might be slander because I'm not entirely sure that's true.
He hides a bag under his
Well, yeah, I
elbow.
was just wondering how many like high performing people that are in control of a lot are actually just on bag, and are they really in control?
I think it's everywhere, mate.
Or is there a bigger, higher force like the deep state that are actually controlling the world? And who are they?
No,
Anyways?
but there is a lot of like I think that's kind of one thing we've alluded to is there's a lot that is kind of covered up to humans generally, And that was my point of like, there's a lot to be said about the things we're told we can and can't do. And like,
what can we? What
well,
can't we do?
even as simple as just like, you're not allowed to consume drugs. They're banned.
But
They're
that's
illegal.
not true though.
What if you got caught in possession of cocaine, you'd be arrested?
Yes, that is true. But the term "you're not allowed to consume drugs" is like that's just not true.
Yeah, but even
Because there's people who are above us who determine what drugs are legal and what drugs aren't legal.
On the topic of morality, then, for example, we are told that behaving in a certain way is the right way to behave. And you alluded to last week, these, when you went to see the African tribe in Uganda, like they had like 7 wives or something.
Yeah.
But then here, Western values, we're taught to, lock down, a wife or a husband.
Down?
Well, no, like lock down a relationship, like be faithful, have kids, like work your life. And is that a control mechanism to keep humans working in a certain way that works for powers above? Or is that done because it's generally what they believe is best for us?
Yeah, and I wonder basically how much of stuff that we think we want to do is actually just societal conditioning.
Yeah.
Like, I want to dress like this with a slick hair back and a 2-piece fucking suit with Dior trainers, and basically I'm describing an Essex person
Yeah.
that goes to Marbella. Like,
describing himself.
I want to dress like this. No, you live in Essex. This is what you're exposed to. So you think that's what you want to do, but really you're doing it as probably subconsciously because of. Do you know what I mean? And I'm like, how much of what we want to do is just our environment and what we're brought up as the normal, and what is actually right or wrong? Is there any right or wrong, or is it really all about perspective?
But do you not think though your environment is who you are? So it's not you saying that's what they think they want to do. It's actually that is what they want to do.
But
that's how they've been brought up.
Yeah,
but then,
based on, like,
but how else are you supposed to bring someone up? Just like sit in a room.
No,
but
so I wonder if someone was
Do you
brought
know what I mean?
up just like totally without the impact of anyone else's ideologies, how would they turn out?
Well, they wouldn't be able to talk.
Okay,
I wonder what if they would somehow develop their own, like.
Because that means because you obviously learn language in the stomach, right? Or in the womb, sorry.
What the fuck?
So when you're a baby, you're learning language. That's why you can start to
I don't
talk.
think that's true.
But my point is, you'd have to, for that experiment to take place, the mother would have to sit in a room on her own for 9 months with no outside stimuli.
To be fair, Weller, the flip side to that argument is, do these morals and values and ways that we live exist because that's how we've developed into, because people have decided along the way that is the best way to be? Do you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Okay, well, so there's societal norms because it's actually it could be the best way to be.
They originated from somewhere, because at some point in human history, our entire timeline, there was at one point
No laws.
what you're saying, where there was no normal way of thinking. There was no normal way to dress. There was no normal way to behave. There was no right or wrong. They're things that we've developed over time.
There would have been these innovators in history. Like one guy or one girl would have been like, hang on a minute, guys. Like, we can't just go around murdering everyone. This doesn't seem like we should be doing
but then
that.
where do you have like human nature? Because it's not like, surely there's things that are like actual nature. Like, you don't, to be humane, you don't just naturally go, I want to murder everyone.
Yeah, but back in the day, trigger warning, obviously like in ancient Roman time, like rape was like quite
The done thing.
Yeah, essentially. But at one point, the lawmakers, people running the town would have been like, hang on a minute, like, the person doesn't actually want that to happen to them. We should probably do something about this and create a law to stop certain behaviours, because those behaviours are actually bad, especially going forward in that population.
I think that's actually a good point. Like a lot of the things that we are sort of taught to behave are based off negative experiences in the past. So like Theo says, like, we're taught not to do that because of the negative consequence. Whether it's human nature or not, I think is a different question. But that's why we're different to the animal kingdom, because we are able to think and we do have a conscience, and we're able to look at stuff and say, okay, well, that might be entirely natural, because it might sound fucked up, but that's not untrue. It doesn't mean it's right.
But there's no laws in nature. There's no laws. Like, for example, like in America, like you can't jaywalk, or in certain places you can't jaywalk. A fucking cat is going to walk across the road. It might die, might get hit by a car, but it has no concept of law or it not allowed to jaywalk.
And if you think,
Like, you know what I mean? Like, maybe a dog,
Cat isn't allowed to jaywalk. Moral of the story.
like a dog can understand, like, walk on pavement, don't walk on road. But ultimately, he doesn't give a fuck. If he wants to run across the road, he'll do it. Again,
No, but he doesn't want to displease his master.
no, I
And
know.
that is what we just are. We are little dogs on leads,
But
mate.
you're forgetting, dogs run away, mate. Once they're off the leash, some of them, chow chow, motherfucker. And they could run across the road, bang, dead.
yeah,
I picked
No,
up
it's
a
true.
dog once.
what?
Yeah.
We're using you just picked it up with your hands.
No.
That's an
I've
achievement.
not told you about this story.
Oh, as in you found a dog that had
Yeah,
run
in
away.
you know in Alfriston,
Yeah.
you know the long road, the fast road, which we
Uh-huh.
used to like skirt. There was just, as we're going down that road, there's just a dog in the middle of the road at like 10 o'clock at night. So I stopped, and it was like, it literally couldn't stand up. It was that tired. We picked it up in the arms, put it in the boot, and we took it to its owner because we called up the number on the thing.
Oh, is it on the?
But it'd been running around for 12 hours, like around the fields with all the foxes and stuff.
Isn't it fucked?
And it found its way to a road.
Isn't it fucked how useless like pets are? That
Well,
we...
it found
Actually,
its way
this-
to a road.
This kind of links to what you're saying a little bit, kind of. Growing up, you know how like dogs, your domesticated dogs or cats, right, are absolutely useless. Like, let's say you have a puppy for 2 years, obviously it's a
Can't
dog.
eat
and then all
unless
of a
you feed
sudden
it.
you're like, right, you're a wild dog now, dead in a couple of days. But you go abroad and there are wild dogs that have been born and raised in the
That's
wild.
like us being domesticated humans. If we were non-domesticated humans, we'd be able to survive without giving into the deep state.
Well, you look at those poor whales.
Oh, do you think you own your house?
No,
You
I
don't
don't.
own your house.
I know I don't. I rent it.
Hypothetically, if you had a mortgage and then you just have it, like,
Once
you
you
don't
paid
really.
off. Once if I paid off the mortgage.
but can't they just come along and take it at any point?
yeah, I
and the
mean, you could-
government
you
can
could
just
argue-
go
If you
like,
if you own it outright, they can't do that.
I mean, you
yeah,
could.
they can.
They can't.
Surely they just can.
They can only repossess your house if you're
It's
falling behind on your mortgage
ours
payment.
now.
They can't do that.
Move on.
No,
but-
because that's what you get the situation of the guy of the house in the middle of the motorway.
No, but no, I think
Right,
what Well is saying is that like realistically, if one day they decided we want that, they sent the army round to Baker's house,
I'm
knock
not moving.
knock,
Mate, I'm going live on Instagram. I ain't moving.
dead, shoot you in the head.
Murder live on Instagram.
Yeah, but
he
then
hung himself.
No,
That's
I'm
what they-
literally live on Instagram.
We're live.
yeah, but
What are you gonna do?
but also now you're anticipating that.
I've just recorded murder on your face.
How are you gonna upload it?
I'm live.
Via the deep state.
Mate, that's
deep-
the
wait,
beauty about technology these
The
days.
deep state, by the way, is apparently who really control things allegedly.
Can you tell me who it is and you can bleep it, the
I
name,
don't-
the
well, the-
family?
To bleep that.
That's why matey boy from Germany. I don't know. That's what certain mates were talking about in depth on holiday, and I've learned all about it now.
They've gone down some dodgy.
Very dodgy.
Sounds to me like they're almost. I don't know if I agree with that one.
Yeah, and this is why when we spoke earlier, I said there was some crackpotty stuff, which
Sounds pretty crackpot
but
to me.
but I also think I do think there's a lot to be said about understanding who is truly in charge and what freedoms we truly have, because we don't actually, as humans, have a lot of freedom. I'd argue that the tribe that you saw in Africa have way more freedoms than we have here.
100%. And speaking of freedom,
Yeah.
if you could choose one nickname for yourself, what would it be?
Raj.
Like, if you could choose your
Raj?
nickname, like at school, I wanted to be known as the Wellard.
It doesn't roll off the tongue though.
Wellard. Oh, Wellard.
It's quite jarring, isn't it?
I am quite jarring.
No, like the sniper. That's
The
better.
sniper wagon.
No, the sniper.
Yeah, so I call myself the sniper rifle, the Wellard,
Sniper. Go stick a sniper.
Dr. Big Cock.
No, it's not true. I like Rog.
You want to be called Rog?
Yeah, Rog,
Doesn't
mate.
make sense.
All right, Rog.
Why do you want to be called
Don't
Rog?
know. I quite like it. Just come to me.
Oh, Rog.
Rog.
Rog the potato smiley.
You know how
There's
you.
merchandise in that.
Rog the potato. There's merch coming.
No, there is. And actually, we actually were talking about this the other day, and this entire conversation we had, I was just under the impression that we were doing frozen potato smileys.
We had a full conversation about a brand that we're going to build off the back of this potato smiley thing, and Theo was genuinely convinced that we were just creating our own potato smileys.
Which we should. They
We
sell way
100%,
better than some crap
100%.
t-shirt.
Mate, Wackman Iceland.
Some crap t-shirt with a potato smiley on. Surely that's not going to sell.
No, it's going to be mega.
Mate, I'm telling you now.
Is it? Or lovely potato smileys with a little garlic aioli dip.
Oh, yeah. And it all comes in the frozen packet.
Yeah.
Frozen aioli, straight in the oven.
Yeah, let's just do that. Let's sell potato smileys, and it's got Theo's face on, but it's a potato smiley, and me and you either side going, but
And
you have to do this face.
And every 100,000 smileys, there's one little potato, which is your cock.
What?
And whatever it is, we choose whatever the individual thing is. And like, isn't that just Nico's sweets?
Wait,
Either way, like there's like a hidden like potato in there.
And what do you get if you find that potato?
Unlimited potato smileys for the rest of your life. Or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, that'd be quite cool.
Do you see what I'm stuck with here? This is...
Sorry for coming up with a 7-figure business.
Yeah.
So you want
seven
us?
figures.
You want us to start a genuine potato smiley brand
Yes.
selling potato smileys? How are we gonna
Gone.
figure distribution?
I don't know. It's not my fault.
Where are we gonna store these mountains and mountains of
Warehouse?
potato smileys?
Fridge.
So Luke, what would your nickname be?
What have you thought?
Sitting
something
on the
nasty
fence.
that you're gonna
I'm
say?
Sitting on the
genuinely-
fence, Martin.
Like, because like obviously we get given our names, but I'm wondering like if you could give yourself a little
Sorry, Luke.
nickname, what would it be?
I thought it was Madman Martin.
Oh, Madman. Do you remember? That
Did
was
you
his-
call yourself that, or did I call
Mate, that was
you
his
that?
email address, madmanmartin@gmail.com.
No, it wasn't. It was IcemanUK@msn.com. I swear you called me Madman. That's where it
I
started.
did, but as in like I gave you that nickname, Madman Martin.
But man,
So
don't...
what would you do if you could choose? What would you pick? And everyone in the comments, let us know what you would pick to name yourself.
Most nicknames come from friends.
Yeah, but why did I come in to start seeing there going, everyone call me the Wellard?
God, because you had.
I'm a dictator.
something.
So go on, what would it be?
My nickname. I just quite like my name.
I'm getting an urge to call you like Jer.
Joe. Like a northern person saying Joe.
Jer.
Wait,
I'm quite happy with.
no, I know, but as in you have to pick one. It's the game.
Or Ratto.
Ratto.
It's coming to me. I'm getting urges.
Or like Hasidic, with the little curls coming down your side of your
Hasidic?
face. Like a Hasidic Jew. You know, like they have the curls coming
Yeah,
down.
yeah, I do,
That's
yeah.
what he's growing out.
You are
Have we got any nice nicknames?
No,
for me?
that's what that's what we're asking. What would you? Because what would I do? I'd probably call myself Mickey.
Mickey. That came to you there, didn't it? You
Little
felt
Mickey,
you had
yeah.
that. Where'd that urge come
Yeah, just
from?
Mickey. Right?
You got Mickey, Rod, and
Yeah,
Ra.
what would you be called?
Reg.
Reg.
Ugh.
Like
Yeah,
Reggie
that's
Room.
like-
Yeah,
No, you
like
can't
short
go-
for Reggie.
Like
No, you
Mashtags.
can't do Reg and Rog.
Well, that's class.
Reg and Rog.
Mate, if we were called Reg and Roger and started a podcast, that would bang.
Your name's
Yeah,
Andy.
Reg and Roger Mickey.
It's Andy. It's Andy.
Yeah, I mean, Andy is probably my most common nickname. But I
call
felt
you
like I
that.
wasn't allowed to use that because Weller said that it was given. to
Yeah,
me.
yeah, he has to pick his own. So
He has
he's
to
Reg,
earn.
you're Rog.
Mickey.
Cool. Well, let us know. What do you think you should be called?
If you're from Finland,
Oh,
yeah, hear me out here. If you're, this is actual facts.
it's a good son.
No, that
Wasn't he a pedo?
Dotter.
Yeah, yeah, but you put son.
That's
if-
Iceland. Sigurdsson
Okay.
is Iceland. Finns are Dotter.
Dottie. What does that mean?
Dottir.
Well, everyone's last name is Dottie.
Dotter.
What?
Yeah, so it's like
Well, what
the.
about John Arne Riise then?
Well, he's Norwegian.
No, isn't he from Finland?
He's Norwegian.
Is he?
I can't think of any Finnish players.
Yeah.
Well, I'm 3% Finland.
Dottir.
Go on, what is it, Malfoy?
Dottir is the Icelandic word for daughter. So, like a lot of females have Dottir at the end of it.
But you said Finland, now you're saying Iceland.
Similar part of the world.
They're just not.
They're all the same.
Didn't say that. Dottir.
Okay.
I'd like to be called Dottir.
So your first name would be Dorte.
No, it'd be Reg
What would you
Dottir.
name yourself? I can imagine you'd name yourself like Leonardo or something.
Oh, DiCaprio nuts.
What
What
would you
would I
name
name-
yourself?
So I'm
listening
Reg
right now in the
Dottir.
chat.
You're Rog. What's your surname?
Gobby?
Oh,
Go-
what? Reggie.
Rog Gobby.
So I'm Reg and then my surname.
Well, no, as in like that was a nickname. I don't know if this is like very
What's it
riveting,
short for?
but like,
What's Reg short for?
Reggie.
what would you name? What would you actually name your son?
Dottir?
Gumbo.
There you go.
Gumbo Baker.
Yeah.
Probably
wrong with
would be
that?
a thicko, wouldn't it?
I think I personally think you should name people whatever the urge is at the time.
But what are your actual thoughts?
Like
on
you
giving-
had gumbo come from within there.
Like,
but-
what about Mayne?
Oh, he's
How do you spell
My
that?
dog. Mayne.
How do you spell it?
Well, his name's Ernie, but I pronounce it Mayne.
Well, there you go then. Call it Memory.
But what people changing their names? Like, do you actually think you should be allowed to change your name?
Yeah, 100%, man. Because imagine you go through a.
Like Dogface Jackson. Like, if you said, yeah, that's what I want to name myself, like,
Do you think you shouldn't be allowed to change your name? Is that what you're saying? Because if you are saying that I have a big counter,
I'm just saying.
like don't sit on the fence.
I think there's something to be said about the name that you're given by your parents who have.
Okay, so
brought
what
you
happens if
into
you go
this world.
through like a horrific criminal case and you've been the abuse of some abuser
No.
and you have to change your name?
Okay, obviously changing identity, but I'm sure in. Okay, let's say you were a part of a murder trial and you had witnessed something and you were known and you had to come to the stand and people knew that Theo Baker was witness and now the higher powers were after you, right? And you got put in whatever
Higher
it's called,
powers,
like witness protection,
deep state.
and you had to change your name to
Reg Dottir.
Reg Dossier, right? Jodie in the four walls of your house wouldn't start calling you that. She would still call you Theo.
Oh mate, I'd ask her to call me Reg Dottir.
but you were Rog.
No, he's Rog.
Fuck off! I'm Reg. You've just stolen my name.
I was like Rog. Oh, I was Rog. Reg and Rog.
If you reckon we could take each of our brains out and weigh them, how much would his weigh?
I tell you what, I did notice, right? So obviously I'm training for an Ironman at the moment, but I did a 2-hour bike ride at like a steady state. So normally like your bike rides go up and down, sort of bit of like your mind doesn't go fucking crazy because you change all the time. I did 2 hours, 'cause it was raining. I did 2 hours indoors on my bike, no music, at the same speed.
Raw dogging.
Just raw dog 2 hours like that.
Yeah, what was that like?
I got a superpower. It's fucking crazy.
You reckon? Well, you can go mentally numb. You know, that's basically meditating.
Really, I think I was, but I don't. I almost cried at the end of it though.
Oh.
At the end of
What
it,
do you think about to get yourself through that? Because
Dunno.
a lot of people listening right now, like, I have no endurance, let alone for doing the dishes or anything. Like, what place do you go to
Genuinely no
to
idea.
get it done? Are you thinking of the end goal?
Nah, it's a pain. It's definitely a pain.
What do you mean a pain? What?
Like,
But surely that
it's not
deters you.
I'm not enjoying it necessarily. Like I'm feeling my arse is hurting. Like I'm feeling mentally
You
numb.
think about your arse and it gets you through it.
It's a numbness. I'd say it's a numbness. You just do because you are.
So you are an athlete, therefore you are cycling, and that's why you are doing it.
Yeah.
Would you not say it's because I have an Ironman to train for, and that's why I'm doing it?
Yeah, but I
If you didn't have an Ironman to train for, and you were training for nothing, you were just doing it. Would you reckon you'd still be able to get through it? Do you think end goals are the key to motivation?
100% end goals. If I didn't have an end goal, I wouldn't be able to do that. No way.
Exactly.
No way,
So
no
everyone
way.
listening right now, if you're finding yourself not able to get something done, fucking pick a goal and go for it. Do you know what the first goal of the day could be? Make your bed.
Do dishwasher.
oh, wait, make the bed is actually so important. That's the
You know, how do you? Because a lot of people struggle with like getting motivated early on in the day. Like if they don't have to do something, i.e., you need to be at work at this time, like procrastination,
You give
like
yourself something to do.
going, oh, I can't really be asked. I don't feel like it. Like, how can you make yourself be asked? And like, I'm gonna get out that door and I'm gonna do it quick.
You
How
write,
Malfoy?
you write it down. You put it in your calendar, because then it holds you accountable.
No, but then I could look at the calendar and go, well, I'm not gonna do that now.
You don't do that. Some people do that. Some people do that, but I think once it's in the calendar, it's gospel. So once you've written,
it's about discipline.
It is about if you say if I know tomorrow morning I've got to be in the swimming pool by like 8:00, right? I have to book it. I could just rock up and do it, but I'm not going to do it. I have to book it, so I'm accountable. So I have to be there.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
That is a fair point. Sort of like writing it down and having it there to hold yourself accountable. And if you build up the mentality where you get to the point where like, if I don't do this, I've failed, then it is going to lock you into that.
What if you already feel like a failure and it's like, well, I'm already a failure, so it doesn't matter if I fail
Change
at
your
this.
goals.
Yeah, and if you're already in that mindset, then you're never going to make it anyway.
Too many
Okay,
people.
so what? So do you need to start telling yourself, no, I can do, I'm not a failure. Like, how do people get off the ground to even think that they're worth making these adjustments?
I think
Well, that you can't unless you just do it, and doing it off the bat, it doesn't mean it's going to completely give you a mindset shift. But it's like I even said on the train, right? Discipline is waking up to an alarm and getting out of bed, even if you don't necessarily have to. That's every single day, your 24 hours of the day, that's the first part of discipline that you're going to encounter.
And routine as well. Like, I think it's definitely a superpower to be able to do.
What?
Have routine.
To do.
Have
Like,
routine.
to do is like a
To do something, to take action and
to
not
take
just be
action,
like, I can't be
Like, I know, I
asked.
wake up, make a coffee. First thing I
Yeah, but
do.
then it's not you.
That's the kicks things off.
I get you, but then the thing with caffeine is then it's like this feeling that's getting. It's not actually self-motivated. It's like substance motivated. So you're like a drug
I
addict.
don't have the coffee to wake me up. I'm going to be waking up absolutely fine. I have it just because it's nice and it's a class way to start the day.
He's talking about the routine.
Routine
of
of
waking
getting
up
up.
and making it could be a
Getting
decaf.
yourself from A to B to C to whatever. Almost having a waking up routine.
How many
can help you to start the day most productive and motivated.
how many times
Okay.
does it take you to walk in the kitchen and see that the dishwasher needs emptying before you do it?
See, that's why I've now employed a cleaner.
Yeah, but you
She
need
doesn't do your dishwasher.
That's really bad.
That's fucking bad.
That is, by the way, those little things is so building a habit is all about your building blocks, how to build a habit. So if you're not doing the little things, how are you going to get up to the
So
top?
true, and I
top
think
thing?
that's what I've missed out on developing during my 20s, being in a very privileged situation. It's that I've been able to not do these little things that then later in life have bit me on the arse, and now I have no discipline.
But I clean, no, but like we can afford a cleaner, but I'd much rather just do it myself.
yeah.
Nah, but it does. It's class
but the
coming
re-
home to like
Nah,
tidy house.
it's
I don't want to be
not
a
though.
cleaner.
It's not though, because they ain't cleaning it like I would clean it. I'll clean it
Okay,
better.
I'll employ
That is
you
true.
then. I'll
I
employ
fucking
you.
would clean it better.
No, but
No.
you
And the dishwasher has to be done in a particular way.
Yeah.
No, I don't mind.
Facts.
I don't mind the dishwasher. I literally don't give a toss. I'd rather Well, I spoke to Mr. Beast's advisor at the Wembley Cup match.
Mr. Beast.
I was there.
Mr. Beast's advisor. And he goes, the first thing that you want to do to be a successful YouTuber is hire an assistant to do the jobs that you just don't want to do so that you can focus on the things that you do want to
Doesn't
do.
need someone to scrub your bogs and hoover your carpet.
What, a bog standard cleaner? Like
A lot of people
Tommy
do it for you.
Canning's as a cleaner. And he's a barber shop man. And I think that
But
it's
there's
not just like someone that's a celebrity. I think, the day-to-day so that you can focus on grafting in the way that you want to. Getting, certain jobs that maybe aren't most useful for your time could be a good thing to delegate.
I think if you're lacking discipline...
Well, so
and
you're calling Tommy Canning's out right now saying he lacks discipline. Say it down the camera.
No, I'm saying if...
Tommy, you're listening.
I'm saying if you lack discipline and you want to become more disciplined,
Start
and
with the basics.
you're not even in a place where you're willing to clean your own property, your home, I think you're never going to make it there.
You need to start at the bottom. Though.
Wait,
No, but it's
so
the
I
different.
shouldn't have a cleaner?
No, it's not
I don't think so.
It's not about having a cleaner. You
£40
can
a
have a
week,
cleaner
Carl.
because cleaning it. No, but Joe, do you
What a good deal.
do you tidy?
No, because the cleaner does.
No, but there's a difference between cleaning and tidying. You can tidy your house. You can put things away. You can do the dishwasher, but that's not cleaning.
I do the dishwasher. Like,
But-
that's exaggerated.
back
I haven't
to-
today, though.
Back to my original point on that. How many times does it take you to go into the kitchen, see that it's
Not
done
letting this go.
before you do it?
Oh,
No,
I
this
definitely
goes back to your
wouldn't-
point of
wouldn't
doing
do
is a
it-
superpower.
Wouldn't do it immediately. What do you think you should? The second you see something, if you can, and you're not doing something else, you should do it immediately. Really, is that
dunno,
is that
that's
the
not-
Luke Martin? Because Luke Martin, I was analysing him on a holiday. Very regimented, very just gets up, makes breakfast, takes time doing it as well, but it's a very clean breakfast. Whereas us mugs might.
He gives himself time.
Either it seems like he's got routine, and it's like nothing's like, oh, what should I? It's just sort of like, I am a robot.
But it's not that. A lot
in
of
a
people
negative way,
A
but
lot
it's
of
in
people.
a-
No.
Like Jodie won't mind me saying this, but like when she cooks, it becomes a mess.
Because
Because-
is
but-
she a
but-
bad cook?
No, she's a phenomenal cook. Absolutely phenomenal cook. But when I cook, I clean as I cook.
Yeah.
That's just how my brain works. Like this, people are just programmed in different ways and how to act and how to do things in certain ways.
I agree with that, but my point about doing the dishwasher is not, oh, is your house tidy? It's about
Building blocks.
Yeah, it's about walking into a room, seeing that something needs to be done, and either opting to not do it or to do it. And they're two choices. One is discipline, one is avoiding and lazy. It's not about having a clean house.
Yeah.
It applies to anything.
Yeah, I think I've conditioned myself to be a lazy bastard. That's why I like traveling to the Philippines, because you stay somewhere, you move on.
You don't have to clean the bed.
You don't have to clean the bed, Malfoy.
But do you make your bed first thing in the morning?
No.
Yeah.
Start
Do
with
you
the
wake
building
up
block.
to an alarm?
Do you know?
Nope.
Do you know what book you need to read?
Cock-sucking finale?
Haven't read that one.
What have you read?
It's all right.
Yeah,
you need.
Can I eat Theo's face, please?
Yeah.
From the cake. We're just chopping the cake up now. This is why you should definitely look at us on YouTube as well.
Eat my face.
'Cause you can see us
you need to read a
cupcake.
book called Atomic Habits.
Oh, I've heard about that.
You haven't read it?
I feel like
No.
I had great atomic habits as like a 17-year-old boy, and then I've just like
Oh,
think
right.
how regimented I was at the gym. Going to the gym, I was very regimented. It was like my anchor.
Yeah.
And then
But
it's almost
that's
like-
routine. You create yourself routine for
Yeah,
yourself.
I had that. Well, school enabled that. That's the thing. Like leaving school, mate. It's actually like
That's why so many
Thank you.
people do struggle after school because school is
Yeah,
their
like
routine.
you leave school and then all of a sudden you don't have a routine, and now you're left to your own devices, which is great in some ways because I definitely utilised it in a good way. But fuck me,
And
certain developments.
You should
have
definitely
gone
read
down
that
the
book
bin.
because it does teach you about the building blocks of habits. Like a habit takes a long time to form. It takes what? Don't know. I can't remember what it said. A long
3 months.
something like that. Basically to form a habit. Yeah, but it's all about the building blocks. And I used to live, but I don't live by it now. But I definitely did for like a good couple of months of like the.
We're eating this cake with our bare hands and it's going everywhere, everyone. Well, you look cool.
Do you know what's funny? If I did that, he would be repulsed.
Yeah, but you are quite a good-looking chap.
That's
Nasty sarcasm.
That's like the opposite of what I was saying. Fancy me?
I do. Okay,
Anyway,
can I just ask you to do something? No, I don't know if that's appropriate.
What is it?
I just wanted to see if you can get into the character. Like when people were...
Have you ever had sex in a while? Have you?
No. When you have to... when you have to be an actor and get in the character or something, you have
Did
to...
something happen in Italy that I don't know about?
Whoa.
Did you like make love or something? Like why
Okay,
you
we did...
you're like
no.
giggling to each other like two little schoolgirls?
We've been outed, Luke.
No.
No, listen. You have to get into the character of something if you're an actor.
Okay, yeah, fine.
So you have to get into the character of a It's not even funny. I don't even know
on,
why I'm
go on,
like
give me
it's because I'm enjoying my cake.
You're eating my face.
You have to-
Are you eating my face?
I haven't eaten your face yet.
Big boy in my
So
face.
say you have to be a gay character. How would you have to think? Like,
Gay male
would
or
you have
gay
to pretend
female?
that- No, so you're a gay male. Would you have to actually think like I fancy men?
No,
So quickly pretend that you fancy men right now. How does it feel?
I don't feel. I'm incapable of feeling.
I'd probably just feel all right. Like, what?
You said that so nonchalant.
No, but I mean, like,
I don't really feel. So
like,
it's like
the thing is like, if you were a gay man and you're like, I fancy men, you probably just feel like, oh, that's all right.
Because gay men in the musical theatre world have to portray straight characters.
I know.
So I think it's very interesting.
and vice versa
And
in
imagine
films
having to,
actually.
they have to go, oh,
Quite often.
I want to slap that nyash. Now that was vile. I didn't mean
I
to do
just
that.
spat as well.
But like, do you know what I mean? Like they have to pretend that. So I'm wondering if Theo could do it right now.
I'm gay.
Look at your little face. Look at his face. I'm gonna eat it.
I think you could just. But you can act in a certain way without feeling a certain way. It's called fake it till you make it, brother.
That's an interesting thing though about actors. Like,
Yeah.
do you think you could play a gay man in a? Let's say you were an actor.
Probably I could 100%. Like, what is a gay man? It's just a
What?
man.
No, I'm not.
Like,
I'm,
it's
I'm
no-
not saying like, could you? I'm not intended. Pull it off, but
What?
could you?
Yeah, but you're just playing a man
No. But I'm saying.
who just happened to be gay.
Okay, so could
Yes.
we do it now?
No, but it depends. Are they a camp man? Are they a non-camp gay man? Are they like a?
camp?
I don't get what you're doing.
No. So those.
Why do you? Is this some kind of fetish?
No.
Is this what happened in Italy? You made Luke get on 4 knees and like.
knees.
Go on 4 knees, mate.
Get down on 4
No,
knees.
I do projectile quite
Did you
a
share a
lot.
room?
No, him
No.
and Ollie Edwards
Which
did.
I'd have been Ed. He got
But it
really
made me
angry
feel
one
part
night
of
and
something.
punched a wardrobe.
He got angry one night and punched a wardrobe.
Why did you do that? Oh, you can't talk about it. Oh, it's because the deep state came and found you all out.
No.
Maze.
Do you get angry when
Oh, that
you
was really
drink,
awkward.
or do you get silly? Because Ollie Edwards was getting a bit angry,
I get a bit silly and goofy.
and he was punching wardrobes. But do you feel this right when you
I want that
I felt part of something because they were sleeping in a room next to me, And do you
You were
find...
cupping and listening in.
Mate,
No, I wasn't.
no, but him, he's really bad at sleeping, right?
Him.
Me.
Yeah, Joe. I actually never call you Joe. I always call you Weller.
You got cake all of your
Mate,
nose.
I actually can't. Yeah, I can't. It's
You've
all
been
over my
doing the old
hands as well.
sniff mondo, ain't you, mate?
Do
The old powder royale, the old Colombian special.
you want some?
No,
No.
I have sleep problems. I slept next to Luke and Ollie in the room next door, and I slept perfectly.
Because you
And
felt,
Ollie
you felt
was the
wonderful.
same.
part of something.
Yeah.
Ollie wasn't sleeping properly. All of a sudden, he had me in the room with
We
him.
cuddled up together. It's
Like a bed.
nice, isn't it?
I did ask him if he wanted to put the beds together, but he said no.
That's weird.
Yeah, I know. That's what I thought.
Yeah, that is really weird. What were we talking about earlier? I can't remember. I said
Okay, this, right? Placebo effect. So, could you, if you had to play being someone that's high or someone that's drunk, could you play that? And could you do it now quickly? So, Theo, Luke's mate Theo, we are currently in Amsterdam. I'm going to set the scene for you. We're currently in Amsterdam. We've just done a big fat juicy blunt, right? In preparation for the Wafflin Amsterdam Special 2.
Oh, God.
And now you're high as a kite and you're sitting down with Joe Weller. You're asking him for a photo. No, you're not ready. But you're high as a kite, Theo. Wait, Theo comes. Are you gonna be sick? No, but like, can you feel high? Just feeling it. Let me try and feel high. Hello.
I can't. Do you know what? That's one thing I know.
Let me play drunk. I am a bit fucked.
Yeah, cinch on the bench.
Oh, fuck.
I don't feel like that I have the placebo effect for anything.
Never go full.
I'm high and drunk at the same time. Anyways,
Maga.
yeah, what are we going on about?
Sounds good. Talk about
I
honey.
feel like I don't have the placebo effect for anything.
Really?
Oh, you're just
nothing.
numb to all emotion.
No, like, like, for example, people take that CBD, if I got it everywhere.
Nah.
Like, people take CBD, for example,
Yeah.
and they're like, oh, it just makes me feel so relaxed. I don't get that. People take sugar, and they're like, oh my God, it's really energized me. I don't get that.
Nah, same, bro.
Yeah, but aren't you just a non-responder?
What's that mean?
As in, like, you don't respond to anything.
What am I
Well, I
that?
do.
Nah, I do.
Like, if I get high, for example, there's no escaping that. That, to me, is a real thing. Whereas, I know you're going to argue that, like, taking sugar and getting a sugar rush is a real thing, but I don't feel those sort of things. Like, until you get, like, stronger, that's when I start to feel.
Maybe you were a dragon in your previous life.
Yes.
Because, just like this person I found on Instagram, that let's quickly watch this piece of great content. Ready?
Where are you from?
I don't know planet-wise, but I do know that I was a dragon being.
Could you really blow fire?
Yes, but it's not fire in the way we think of it. It's more cleansing fire. I always kind of felt attracted to dragons, just feeling like, oh yeah, this is my kind of being. But then, as I was really
How's
feeling
the
that,
guy not
allowing myself to
laughing?
open up more, I'm like, I know what it's like to be a dragon. I know the physical sensations.
And then you was on mushrooms and you was just feeling it?
It's actually weed.
It was on weed.
I don't understand. Do you ever wonder about these like people, right?
They are people.
No, I know they're people. Everyone has their own vices. This guy,
Vice.
this guy or girl thinks that they're a dragon.
No, they are a dragon being. and
No,
they're
but come on.
attracted-
How are you? I don't
He-
want to be rude.
He
'cause
wants to shag dragons.
No, I'm accepting of everyone. You know I am. I don't give a
you?
fuck who you are.
No, that's the thing. You sound quite intolerable, really.
Oh, go on, Theo.
Whoa.
Is that what I mean?
You know, he sounds intolerating.
No, I was just saying like, how
yeah,
do you get
you're
to
intolerant. That's what I meant to say.
What's
You're not intolerable. I love you.
intolerance in like I don't really give a fuck who
No,
anyone
it's
is.
in like you seem quite triggered by this guy.
No, I just
You
like,
think that if you're not, if you don't think like me in this
It's
normal
not what
human
I'm,
world,
absolutely not what I'm saying. I
you're
don't give
a
a I don't
freak.
get about your opinions. But how do you get to a point in your
What?
about people's opinions?
what?
It's
Because
like-
what about when we showed you the video last week of the women,
Yeah, but that's my point.
the
though,
women
like,
that was communicating? Obviously, the
people
aliens
can
were
act however they
communicating through
want. I don't care. I just wonder how they're in that position.
But
But how have they got to the point where they think they're a dragon?
What would you do if somehow it was confirmed that,
Like,
if
do you know
that
what
was
I mean?
absolutely true?
But it's not.
No, but what if it was?
I'm telling you now, that person's not a dragon.
But there's not a 100% chance that is what you're saying.
100% that is not a dragon.
But it could be like
No,
90
no.
Spirit. Like some people are like warthogs as their spirit animal.
Yeah. Go for it. Crack on.
So do you
All
believe
right,
in
crack.
reincarnation?
What the fuck's a spirit animal?
You could you.
A made-up notion by humans, just like laws.
Nah, it's like Harry Potter where they use the
That's a film. Like a spirit animal is just some made up nonsense.
Really?
Obviously.
Well, do you not think I give
because I could say
golden
mate,
retriever energy?
no, yeah, as
Them,
energy.
they
That's energy.
energy?
It's comparing an energy of a dog, which is a real
Well, what
thing.
is energy is a spirit. Spirit is energy.
Like, come on, if I come in one day and say my spirit animal is a unicorn,
Yes. You got one on your
You
head.
look like one.
See?
See, why did you say that?
because
he's
it's a
got
mystical,
cock.
magical animal and it doesn't exist.
Uh,
So, like, what is the fucking point of anything these days?
but there's actually like the thing is there's no
There is proof that
No.
dragons don't exist.
there's actually not. There's just no proof that they
There's a
exist.
dragon
The only
lizard.
thing that we
There's no
know
proof-
right
Komodo
now
dragon.
for a fact is that I am here.
Yeah.
You don't know that.
You don't know that I'm here.
You don't know that.
You don't
Yes.
actually know.
You don't even know what war you fought in back in the 1900s.
Back in the 90s. Well, we've got something else.
Right. Heads up.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yes, this tree heard me. I've
Hello.
wanted to try this for a while.
Can you come
Play it
closer
to the
to
end.
me? Can you come closer to my lips? Come to my mouth.
This is a woman
Come closer to
asking
me. Come
a
on.
tree to
on.
extend its branch to touch her
That's
face.
it. Come on, closer. Come on. That's it. Well done.
It's not
Can you
doing
come
it.
closer?
Talking to
Can
the
you
tree.
come closer? Can you come towards my mouth? Come on. Come towards my mouth. Come on.
See, look at
That's it. Come on. Closer.
It's legitimate.
Closer.
He's talking dirty to a tree.
Come on. Closer. Come towards me.
Mate,
Come
I
towards
actually
me.
believe it.
Come towards me. Come on, you can do it.
And if you look
Come
where
this
her,
way.
well, look where her face is.
Come
her
this
face doesn't
way.
move.
Come on.
So it's the wind, mate. No,
Keep moving. Keep
no, I
moving.
don't know, Lou. It
Wait, is this
fucking-
how long is this?
Look,
Do you know what I
okay,
think?
I'll go to the end. I'll go to the end. It's like 2 minutes long. Right, so just look where she- look,
Thank
she's
you.
moved.
She's
so
moved
much
directly.
No, she stood still.
No, she's not. You can see the bush behind her has vanished because she's moved like that.
Well, apparently trees can reach out and touch your face if you talk.
Okay, cut
if you
that.
say I love you. to
Shut
it.
up.
That-
Shut.
that shit
She's
is
mental
bollocks.
and you're mental because
Whoa.
that turns you on, doesn't it? You think you're the tree. You listen to it with your eyes shut, going, "Come on my face, come to me, come to me." That's what she's doing. She's doing some dodgy fetish shit here. She knows exactly what she's doing. She's making sad losers get turned on.
Oh,
Thinking
do you
it's a
reckon that's
tree.
has she got a link in her bio?
Let me click on the link in her bio. Right. The link on her bio. She's probably going to watch this, and I imagine she's a great person.
No, this and
And
this.
I believe her.
No,
We're
but
going to
don't.
get her on the podcast. She's next week's episode. Booked in. You fucked it. You've now shot yourself in the foot.
Is she
She's
actually?
on next week. I've arranged it all. Unlucky, Theo. You've now got. She's gonna that plant behind your head. She's gonna freaking reach out and smack you one.
It's fucking fake.
Talk to
isn't
me.
it?
Is
Talk
it?
to me. Come to me. Come to me. Come to me. Wait. Come to me.
Poke yourself in the eye.
No, but this is one thing. Like, although they are a little bit weird,
Not
they are.
weird, they're my friends.
They are genuinely like. She's probably just a nice person that is a little
tarot
bit.
card readings, carrot readings, as Theo says. They're tarot cards. It tells your future.
Wait,
Look,
it'd
there's
be
so
good to have
much-
one of those
Downstairs.
on.
I'm sorry, man. There's like.
What, so just because we don't all like cycling on bikes for 2 hours straight at the same pace?
Do you know what though, mate? Like, I'm
bro?
not being funny. Okay, there was one point in someone's life they decided to change their cards to have some different photos on and started like scamming people.
No, it's not scamming. Okay, I've got another one. This one isn't a scam. Listen,
Luke,
Theo,
that is scamming.
Wait, listen now.
how the fuck is a plastic card going to tell your future?
No, it's
Go on.
Wait, in fairness,
Wait.
you opened the episode saying I believe in voodoo dolls.
Clearly, it works.
Okay, listen to me now.
Voodoo cake.
This one, right, is the Pleiadian light language, which gives your system a bit of a jet wash. Right. So we're gonna listen to this now. 3, 2, 1.
What is she doing?
Don't not make it stop, I beg.
What are the comments?
Do you not feel the frequency racing?
No, I feel she's fucking irritated.
You know what? I will say. No, I will say. Okay, like what she called it?
No.
What she
It's
called?
a Palladian light language.
Palladian love language. What is it? What the fuck? Palladium light language.
Live lounge, mate.
No, she's just what? No, she's making noises. Okay, 'cause she needs to get it out of her system. And you've called it Palladium light language.
Yeah, she's fucking made it up.
people
She's on the road. All right.
Someone says, "In Jesus' name, I rebuke this demonic oppression." Right, my furniture is flying around my living room. What a fucking nut job! Wait,
Should we try it?
nice laser beam sounds.
Oh, look, I think we should try it.
Look, she's called Joe Smith, channeled art and quantum soul alignment.
How many
I think-
followers she got?
2,300.
Random sounds or spiritual theatrics. It's actually a really potent, ancient, intelligent, energetic frequency. It speaks straight to your soul. It bypasses your mind. And it can do so much.
See?
It's not just healing and activation. It collapses timelines. It can clear
See?
energetic residue.
Mate, she's fucking sat in a room going pew pew pew,
Yeah.
talking about collapsing timelines.
Mate.
Like what? That no. Oh, fucked off. Fucked off. Really fucked off. Let's hang on. No, let's get started now. We're gonna collapse some timelines and speak to our souls. Pew 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 pew. Go on. I'm going insane. Oh, I can't.
Try.
No, come on. Oh, you're not giving it a time of day. You don't believe in it?
No, it's got to be higher
No.
pitch. It's got to be higher pitch.
No, you're not speaking. No, that's not the language. No, this is where you're doing it wrong.
You're not hitting the
Like
frequency.
Palladium-like language.
Light.
Yeah, like. There's no words, brother. It's just sad. I'm actually quite good at it.
Yeah, you actually are.
Okay, well, let me read the reviews.
Of what?
I just couldn't help myself with a tease. Oh, no.
He's accidentally on his OnlyFans.
Look, oh my goodness, stop teasing. I'm waiting for something with you. Wasn't sure what. Could this be it after you activated my light language? For anyone thinking of doing this, I would say, go now. Joe is an amazing teacher. So I'm going to sign up and have her do it on me.
Oh my god.
Okay, I've got another one, boys.
Do a little documentary on it.
No, you're going to love this shit. I know I put loads in the fucking group chat. Oh, wait. What about this one? Guys, a prophet has walked on air.
Walked on air. So
Prophet
they're flying.
walked on air. A Malawian prophet. So walking down... Wait, let me start again. So there he is, walking down the stairs. Then they just zoom in on his feet. I wonder what his arms are doing. Look at this. What? He's floating.
Oh, fuck
Yeah, he's
off.
fucking holding on to the banister with either arm.
Do you know what's more
And
impressive
then
than
they
that?
zoom back out and look.
His arms
how's
are
he done that?
Notoriously, his arms are out wide.
Yeah, this is...
Do you know what's more
Where is
impressive?
that?
That's Malawi.
You know what's more impressive than that? The dance. You know the dance where they like run around in a circle and it looks like their legs are floating?
Oh, yeah. No, I actually do know the one you're on about.
We're not calling that magic, are we?
Wait, why don't we do this then? Table tipping. Right, so that's a spiritual thing where you put your hands on the tables like this and you go, spirit, if you can hear me, use the energy of us boys to tip the table right now.
Too heavy.
No, and then what happens is like it actually starts to like tip up.
And
Apparently
obviously,
that's the thing.
No one can move this table, so the only thing
probably a load of
the only
bollocks.
thing strong enough to move this table is obviously a spirit.
That is true.
You give dragon energy. I know people actually didn't like when we did the last names thing, but I just
The
wanted
what?
to say the band names.
No, they loved it.
People didn't like it.
I thought they were like, oh god, that was a long bit.
What
Bong.
went that one?
No, in Australia, Bonghead has now been banned.
What, as in recent?
Yeah.
You've got like live updates coming through.
Yeah, I got the app.
Really?
Live,
Wait, there's an app?
live band names.
He pays for it.
and it just goes like Bonghead has been added to the list. I don't know why.
Well, it would have been because someone tried to
Hey,
call their...
Bonghead. Which was quite.
Got some comments from last episode, by the
Oh
way.
yeah, what are those? What should I get them up?
What is
Oh,
it?
you want me to read one out? Okay, don't mind.
Oh,
if
is
I
it
do.
because Theo, it was like 52-0 to you last episode, you cooked me? There was like you had me on strings last episode.
Well, he does go, look, an all-timer from Bakey this episode. He actually had me laughing for the first time ever. So proud of him for finally embracing his sexuality instead of hiding from it. Joe and his mate were also pretty good
Joe
today.
and his mate.
Wait, no, all the boys... shit,
Luke, you've got to put a
people-
fucking
wait,
warning.
people
I could have
will
had
be
a heart
listening
attack.
right now
Why
thinking-
would you do that?
Okay, everyone listening.
There was a party popper
Luke's
to
just...
celebrate our 6-year anniversary.
Theo has actually got quite a lot of aura. I was working at York Races when I saw Malfoy, and I thought, I know what's really funny. I'll mistake him for Jamie Vardy. But when I had my opportunity, I shat the bed and bottled it. He was terrifying.
You're terrifying.
What can I say?
Boys, love the pod as always, but bin off this producer, or at least get rid of whatever screen they abuse.
Oh,
Oh, that's hard.
it's horrible.
That's fucking bang out of order.
I've come to the sad realization Theo is the most crucial host.
Oh my god, you...
Host.
Ho.
Theo's
Host.
the most important.
No, but he actually is. He's the anchor of the pod.
Wanker.
I like how the posh one actually tries keeping Joe and Theo on a grounded level as they both get very egotistical at times. He isn't afraid to bring them both back to reality instantly. But the thing is, we just play up to our egos and now know how to use them. So you may think he's grounding us, but really we're involving him.
Yes, exactly.
Nah, I do think sometimes you've got...
What?
Yeah, sometimes you're a little
Yeah,
bit
let's go back to the
detached from
era
reality.
where Theo was apologising to the audience for existing.
No,
all
that
the
was
time.
embarrassing.
Remember that post Dubai when you were like, I'm just so grateful. Like, everyone is a nice guy.
Yeah, that was really cringy when you got
Would,
really
hang on,
upset
this
by that.
we sort of brushed over what Luke just said then.
What?
What did
You
you say?
think I have a horrifically huge ego?
At what point did I say that?
No. You just can play into it. Like we both can. One day Luke will be there as well.
So sometimes you two just need to be brought back down to earth.
What do I do?
Like
that
Weller
is-
when he abused the working class the other week.
Yeah, there was
He does it
actually a
every
comment
week.
about the working class. It was like, just finished my dishy shift at 11 p.m. Sunday. Got uni in the morning, but I thought I'd watch Wafflin before bed. Great to see Joe Weller once again reiterate his distaste for the working class. Nah.
He's cooked
But the thing is, I am the working class. It's like if you're... Yes, I am. You
never
can't
had a
leave.
job.
You're born into the class that you're in. You don't like David Beckham is working class.
He's not.
Not
though.
anymore though,
He
is he?
is. You don't leave
No,
just
he's
because you
from
get
a working
money.
class family.
Just because you get money doesn't mean your class changes. Like
Yes, it
I
does.
am working class man.
You've got a
It
cleaner.
does. It entirely.
So does Tommy Cannings, and he's working class.
No, hang on a
Is he?
second. No, hang on a
Yes.
second. No,
How much
hang on a
money has
second.
he
What
got?
you've said there is
Money.
wrong.
Wait, class isn't dictated by money. Can see you one.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't. No, it
Yes,
isn't.
it is.
Miss Jackson told us class is not determined based on how much money you have.
It is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
You are wrong. All right, I'll Google it now.
The upper class, the middle class, the lower
It's not
class.
all about money.
Money is what
Is
makes you.
class based on money? Ready for Ollie Edwards' mate to be rattled? It goes like this. While income and wealth are important factors, class is not solely defined by money.
What
Luke
else?
Martin needs to take that. Social class is a complex concept influenced by factors like education, occupation, wealth, income, and belonging to a particular social network or subculture. Most
Occupation,
sociologists
wealth,
define
and
social class
income.
as a grouping based on a similar social factors and that affects a person's power and prestige.
So I think
So
money has a big.
You're
play
born
in it.
into it.
Education. Did you have a good education?
Nope. I had
You
a
did.
working class education.
Medication. You went
I
to a
had
good school.
working class though.
Occupation. Is it a
was
working,
working
Is it
class.
a working class job?
If
No,
you,
self-employed.
if
It's
you,
not a working class job that you've got. Are you on a working class income, or are you on an upper class income?
if you have to
Uh,
argue the
but
fact that you're
income-
working class, I don't think you're
Exactly.
working class.
Yeah, you
You're
can.
in the 1% of earners in the UK.
No, I'm not.
Fact. You are.
My
You
com-
are also.
my
I didn't say
company-
anything. What have you got me for?
Oh,
As a
that's-
personal person, I am not. My company.
Oh, this fucking.
Oh, so you're just a tax avoider.
No.
Look at you, man.
So you don't support the working class.
Wait, hang
I
on a
do. Can
second.
you get the blue just to take off?
My
the
man,
thing?
my man, Reg. You can most definitely can change class systems as you go out throughout your life. No,
No, but I
Yeah.
just think we're all just people. Class doesn't exist.
we're people class.
We're just the people.
Yeah, but I think that's a worse way to look at it. Like just saying that classes don't exist, because then that's not acknowledging the fact that they actually do.
Okay, well, something that was happening a lot on holiday is people finding pregnant women attractive.
What? Who
Yeah.
would you like to name?
No, some people that were going extra curves.
Not me. I know he's.
Who was doing that? Oh, don't you have to say the name? Well, you can, but we can bleep it.
Yeah, so
bleep
bleep.
this name.
It was.
What was it?
Wait, did he like
shit.
the pregnant
What's that,
aura?
extra curve.
But
So,
no, there was something. Basically,
Well, they give off aura,
I
don't
had
they?
also said like that. Yeah, I think it's when you get to a certain point. Like I said something like,
you say, Luke?
I'm looking forward to having sex with Ruth when she's pregnant, and some people found it weird, and some people understood it.
Well, how pregnant?
like fully ready. No, but do you
I
feel
think
like you're
I don't know why. It's not. I
Well,
hope-
so when you've got a big baby and you're thinking of baby and having intrusive thoughts about the baby, what
I'm
do you
not.
do?
Whoa, that's not what I will be thinking
Shagging
about.
your son.
There will be.
Oh.
That's not what it is. See, if you make it weird, it becomes weird.
Is it not just weird?
But no.
Like,
Do
Luke,
you eat
you're not
broccoli?
gonna
You
make
eat
What? So
broccoli?
do you think your parents didn't have sex when you were in your mum's stomach?
That's
Never.
not really.
Not really relevant though, is it?
How?
Wait, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
So like obviously when Ruthie is like 9 months pregnant, you'll make love.
Yeah, like
I
back
feel
it
like-
up on that. Like, will you go? No, will you? No, because would you go down on them knowing that you're? Oh, don't worry. It's quite gross.
There's a
isn't it?
child inside a. What? But would you sleep with Jodie when she was pregnant, or would you be like, "Oh, that's too weird"? Like,
Yeah.
I just don't think it's weird at all.
Yeah.
And there's something
Whatever,
about it
man.
which I think is actually like, don't know, it'd be kind of cool.
Obviously, we've got icks. You've got a lot of them. Probably got the ick with me multiple times throughout this episode.
Yes.
However, what are the opposite of icks? that you-
Anti-ick.
Antics. Dicks. What are some antics that you like? So, for example, you might like goblin faces, or this bloke
Armpit
likes.
hair.
So this bloke likes pregnant women.
Can't say
Luke
that.
Luke Martin does. He's into the pregos.
Okay.
I like. Do you know what? A really specific thing.
What?
Like being on time, like being ready. Can you imagine you're going somewhere and like everyone's just like on time?
You find that physically attractive?
Oh,
That's like sexually arousing for you.
time.
Being on time. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's okay. No, that's okay.
I'm late all the time.
What about a physical one? Like something actually physical that's not an action? Like how they look? Like something to do with appearance? Or is there something that might... Or an action if there's nothing physical? If the physical
Yeah, there
realm
is, but I don't know if I'm going
irrelevant
to
to
say.
you.
I don't think it's appropriate.
What?
Why?
What's something that what are you doing with your face? Wait, yeah, go on. As in like... What?
Well, you know, can we bleep this? Because this is way too invasive.
Okay, invasive.
Well, you
Like,
s-
make sure you bleep this. Do not fucking not bleep this. It's not funny.
Yeah, go
I'll
on.
fucking have you. You know?
Fucking have you. Good.
Look, you have to promise you bleep this. No, this is not appropriate.
No, you can say it now.
You can't do all that and then not
Yeah,
say
yeah,
it.
come on, come
You know
on.
when
You like that?
Wait, why'd you have to bleep that?
Yeah, what's wrong with
No,
that?
no.
No, that's not
Well,
acceptable.
is it because your girlfriend never does that?
No.
And,
No, because I don't think... She didn't want that.
But
Go, what about you, buddy?
yeah, you must have one.
So so someone actually got... What'd you say? What'd you say to me?
Sorry,
What you
that's
fucking
just
said?
so wrong and so many levels. You shouldn't joke about that kind
What
of
did he
stuff.
say?
He said you like,
You go on, what number did you say?
you know, like Thierry Henry.
14.
Into your microphone.
14.
Why did you say that number, Luke?
Funny.
Why would it be funny?
Because it's true.
What's true?
You like 14? You're
Very intense allegation. If you'd like to repeat yourself, we can take things further.
Where is this?
So look,
Where is this?
No,
Someone
get on to what you like. I know you want to tell
was-
us what you like.
No, someone was training next to a girl every morning at the gym as she progressively got more and more pregnant, and he found it more and more attractive.
I see.
Problem
So
is, when they're pregnant, like you can't really go after them.
But it's that thing of like what we were saying earlier about, are you into what you're actually into, or is it your surroundings? So because he was around a pregnant woman all this time, he started to become attracted to it. And is that how we're designed? Because to sort of prolong the species, we need to be attracted to whatever type of female is around us in order to have, as in eventually you would have to, say if you were left in the world with someone who right now you think is a 1 out of 10, in order to prolong the world, the species, your brain would probably start getting attracted to her because you'd need to do that in order to then make love and have children.
That was a whole lot of nothing, wasn't it? Fuck yeah. This bloke's attracted to the pregnant aura.
You reckon there's pregnant aura?
Yeah,
Defo.
definitely.
What do you mean by pregnant aura?
Think of the pheromones as well coming off her.
Pheromones.
The fairy moans. Wait, what do you mean?
Do you reckon that's where they
You know,
came
like
from?
the smell that people like that humans release.
Odor.
The pregnant smell.
You know, like it's pheromones.
What do
They're
you
like,
think? Like a pregnant woman gives off like queen energy. Like, yes, queen.
I'm doing your scratch card, by the way.
Do they? You can do it.
No, can I have the coin? No,
I think you need to get Ruth pregnant.
Why?
Or maybe she fall pregnant.
Let's not put any pressure because imagine if someone isn't able to have children.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's very sad.
But
Like,
you always put pressure on him, and he may just be this nice guy that has got. He shoots blanks.
He infertile.
God.
Do you have you
I
done
didn't
the
even think about that.
have you done the
look-
infertility test?
No.
You consume a lot of drugs and alcohol.
Yeah, you do. You're bang on the gear, mate.
And the weed.
Number one, right?
You smelled the
My mum
ganja.
watches this pod, and she's gonna think that you two are being
He
serious.
bangs gear all the time. You should have seen him in Italy.
Oh yeah.
And he shoves poppers up his ass.
Nothing.
Well, you did the Lake Garda gear.
Yeah, the late gear.
Did you swim in Lake Garda?
No.
No.
Oh.
Nor did we do any gear out there. We did get pretty
All
fucked
right, mate, get a
up,
bit
though.
defensive there.
Didn't we? Got very drunk one
Overcompensating.
night.
Why didn't you swim in the lake?
Because it was a bit dirty, scummy.
Yeah, well, no, it was just fucking cold. It was cold out there. The weather was pretty shit. It was pretty shit holiday.
What about any like
No, it
water?
wasn't shit.
No,
What
it
about
was
any
alright.
water sports?
No, I just bought shit
Mate,
plate.
fucking couldn't. It was fucking cold and shit.
What the fuck did you do?
And I
as
had
well?
really bad hay fever out there, and now I'm fucking ill off the back of it as well.
Oh, cry more, man. You just went to Lake Garda.
No, I know.
Fucking hell,
I sound ungrateful, but
Yeah, you do.
it was alright. It was good. I would go back there, but I'd rather it be fucking sunny. And to be honest, I think it's more of a take your girlfriend sort of destination. Do you think? Like
Sounds like
Verona,
you- sounds like
Verona
you
was
hated it.
different. No, I feel like Verona, we should have stayed there. Do you agree?
I don't mind.
Did you see Romeo and Juliet's balcony?
Oh, it's so crap.
Oh,
Isn't that funny? I think a lot of like tourist attractions, like you could actually create like hype around somewhere just by creating a buzz about it online, like artificially. Let's say this one well that
Well, I'm not being funny. It's Romeo and Juliet's a fucking fictional
Mate,
story.
well, let me wait until I drop this bomb on you.
go
Okay.
on, orny bomb us.
So you know that place you went to, right? Yeah, Luke's right. Brother, you've been conned. It's a made-up book. That
Yeah,
place ain't real.
written by a guy who lived in fucking England.
Yeah.
He'd
William
probably never even
Shakespeare.
been there.
Yeah.
I didn't go.
Shakespeare's the name. William the First.
I'd gone with Ruth a couple of years ago. Anyway, so me and Edwards. I told Edwards to fuck it off because I said it's not worth it.
Whoa.
So we just went and got a bottle of wine, sat and drunk that instead. But I thought Verona was a fucking class day. I just felt like I don't know if it was really hot when we were there. I think the vibes would have been different because we would have gone and hung out on the lake.
Weather makes a
Got a
big
boat.
difference, man. Especially with motivation.
And on that note, should we end this podcast?
Yeah, I'm well hungers, bro.
Yeah.
Have we gone for enough time?
Mate,
Yeah,
we've gone for too
been going
long,
for
my
ages.
man.
Respect everybody. I hope you're having a great life. Peace, love, and techers forever
Oh,
and always.
Yeah, don't forget to hashtag it.
Don't never forget to hashtag it. And now Luke Martin's going to sign us out with the email.
Remember, if you want to get involved in the show, you can email us at theboys@wafflin.co.
Come. So, and if you're confused by that, there's an @ sign not at the start of the email because obviously he put at the boys. It's just the boys. Well, that would be quite confusing.
Yeah, unless they're intelligent.